Hi, this is Johnny Burgin. I'm here in Dayton, Ohio with a new friend. And this fellow here is Noah Wotherspoon. And we were talking about Robert Ward. And he's one of a big influence on Noah. And Noah, we're going to play a little bit of it, but a little bit of his signature song, Your Love is Amazing. But let's talk a little bit about Robert Ward.
Yeah, so I grew up in Dayton, Ohio, and Robert spent a lot of time in Dayton. He was actually the founder of the Ohio Untouchables, which later became the Ohio Players. And he's originally from Dry Branch, Georgia, but spent a lot of time playing in Dayton. And he used a Magnatone amp, was a big part of his sound. You know?
And what are you doing to sort of let's just hit a chord and you just show them the vibrato sound that we got here.
This kind of sound.
Right. So, what you using there?
So to get that sound, I'm actually using a little MXR Univibe pedal, and on the other side there's a side B that is pretty much like a Magnatone sound. So you can get close. Nothing's like the original, but you can get close.
Right. So, I think this song, Your Love is Amazing, it's kind of like what All Your Love by Magic Sam is, it's his signature song of many great songs, right?
Yeah, many great. He was a great writer, really prolific, and there's several albums to check out. Really, anything he ever did was great.
But what are your favorites? Go ahead and tell them.
It all started for me. I had a great friend here in Dayton, Ohio, named Shakin' Dave Hussong, and he was a guitar dealer, a great musician, and DJ. He had a blues show for over 30 years, and he was really zealous about Robert Ward. And he was a big part of Robert's comeback and sort of facilitated his thing with Blacktop Records. There's a whole story there, but that comeback record is one of the great comeback records of all time. It's Fear No Evil. Would be a great place to start. Amazing George Porter Jr. on bass, an amazing band, and it's like the Sgt. Pepper of soul blues to me. It's really beautiful.
Yeah, and I'm not a big soul person, big time, but his guitar playing and his songs, they'll just make you cry, So I noticed that now you are playing with your fingers for this, right?
Yeah, Robert didn't use a pick. A lot of first finger. Yeah, he was.
That's the exotic intro.
Exotic double stops.
Looks like Jimi Hendrix hit some of that too every once in a while.
I always wondered, they must have crossed paths somewhere along the way, maybe on the Chitlin circuit, or there's no way that Jimmy
was unaware of that.
There's a tune of Jimmy's later on called Polygap, and it is so Robert Ward. He even has the Magnatone sound going, so
yeah,
I'm sure there was some cross-pollination somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Now, before we play the song, the other great Ohio player with the Magnatone is Lonnie Mack, and I'm gonna get to a Lonnie Mack lesson and chat one of these days for sure because he's a tremendous player.
Oh my goodness.
But I mean, do you think it was just like two separate things, a coincidence, or one influenced the other, or what do you think about that?
It's been reported that Lonnie saw Robert, and that's where he got the idea to start using Magnatone. So Robert's influence on rock and roll and guitar in general is pretty enormous.
Big time. relative minor.
It's beautiful, yeah.
And I love the way the whole song is super major, but it all like revolves around the relative minor. If you want to look at it that way, like the D and with the B in it. That how are you playing that chord, by the way?
So it's almost like a D major 7, but it has these open B and E.
Strings.
So it's
Let's
very
break it down. Break it down for me.
You got it, yeah.
You're a good guitar teacher, buddy.
I'm working on it.
All right.
5th fret, 5th string. Almost
That's
like
the root, yeah.
Like a D major 7 shape, like that. 3rd finger, 4th fret on the D string. 1st finger on the 2nd fret G string, and then open B and E. So you have this nice open chord.
What's the G string doing? The G string's just playing the 2nd fret?
The A, yeah.
Which to me sounds a hell of a lot like a B minor chord, doesn't it? You know, I don't know. I guess it's the B that feels so prominent in it that it feels almost like
they're cousins, yeah.
Yeah, they're twin brothers, right? Yeah, the twins. So anyway, yeah, that's his 4 chord, right? And that makes that open, pretty sound, the wistful sound, and so basically he's playing in front of the A chord. So what are some of this long A chord, 1st finger barring here and then pinky out the 5th fret. So what are some of the rhythmic things you're doing on the A chord, that long A is what I call it?
Yeah, you know, there's all this sort of double stop action and a lot of these dyads, you know, barring 2
What's
notes.
a dyad?
You know, I'm still... it sounds
it's like a triad, but one less note, right?
That's it.
Okay.
It's a sacred,
2 notes.
Sacred math or something. But so yeah, it's these.
I like that.
It's almost like I think of a bricklayer.
It's blocky.
This shapes here where it's all around the F sharp minor, and then you have this.
Oh man. And you could right. And notice how in the fade out he was just really rocking out with that stuff.
Yeah, on the real recording, which you have to check out if you haven't, he's doing all this cool polyrhythmic stuff, and the horns are sort of bouncing off what he's doing, and it just unrolls beautifully.
You know, isn't this song kind of a cousin of something like "Turn Back the Hands of Time"? Because it's got these bass lines.
Yeah, absolutely. I think so.
That was like the Chicago answer to it or something, even though that's a different key. But this is this kind of like on the fade out of that. Let's play. I'm just playing a real simple strumming pattern. I'm not even supposed to be here. Let's go to the now the other chords is a C sharp.
Yeah.
On the record, like on the comeback record, it's the minors, C sharp minor and B minor. But it looks like you were telling me Robert actually plays just a straight up 9th with no 3rd. Is that right?
9th chords, which doesn't make sense, but sometimes it totally works.
Is he leaving out the 3rd, or is it like maybe that 3rd note, the 3rd fret of the D string, is not in there, and he's just sort of bumping into it? I'm asking you. What do you think?
I hear it like.
And then E. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Just to go down to the nut like this.
Hammering on the 6th there.
Do you think he's like working his thumb and his finger at the same time?
Yeah. I think a lot of thumb and 1st finger.
Yeah. So this is like funky Travis picking. Super funky Travis
Super
picking.
funky for
But
sure.
it's not like that metronomic Travis picking. It's just a little bit here and there to add some kick to it, right?
Yeah, and as I'm going back and studying a lot
This
of
is
these,
blowing my mind, man.
it's all mind-blowing stuff. It seems like so many guys from like Magic Sam or Gatemouth, like the 1st finger is like the 20th century of guitar. There was just so many players that used mostly, you know, 1st finger and thumb.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or they did it the Scotty Moore way with like the you could put your. I'm sorry you can't see this, but I mean the other like historically American way to do it, I guess, the Scott is hold the pick and then use your finger this way, and then you have a nice sharp attack on the bottom with. So you have a. But I'm not that good. I'm better just. What I do is I'm sorry out of the picture. I just put my pick here if I want it, and use these two.
Yeah.
But either way, you're just using your fingers. And I love the other thing that I like about it. This reminds me of Albert Collins. I hear some Albert and you're playing too.
Oh, I love Albert Collins. And yeah, you got to wonder there had to been cross pollination there too.
What I hear the similarity is it's super percussive. His right hand is real percussive, like. Like, wait,
yeah.
You were doing that. What was that you did? Can you do that, Nate?
Oh,
yeah. One more time, slow. Do it one more time, slow. All right.
And this isn't
freak them out.
It's not verbatim, but it's somewhere in the ballpark. Something like that.
Yeah. So in the heat of the moment, it starts sounding real percussive. You know. It's almost you could sort of dry it out a little bit with your fretting finger.
Yeah, he'll get in that real like aggressive staccato.
Like Albert Collins. Yeah. So this is all major stuff, right? That's not so hard to find if you're on the guitar. Open, second, 5, 7, 9, 12, 14. And then F sharp minor with a suspended, right? Oh, that's so trippy, man.
I love it.
It's like getting into like the Me Puppets now.
Not too far away.
It's like those clanging chords, like. Yeah, I always love F sharp for guitar because of the open strings, you know.
Yeah.
So you're not playing the root there.
You know, I'm not. He might be though. I'm not sure.
So you're playing no E string. This is where we've jumped up to the end now. We're assuming you've totally mastered. You can play the hell out of this now, right? Just kidding. So 4, 4, 2, open. That's it, right?
Yeah.
With your, I'm too loud. You're not. Oh, right. Yeah. Any tips for setting this Univibe or vibrola pedal or whatever that you have? I know we can't show it to you. We could actually.
It's pretty much everything at 12 o'clock, and I've never owned a Magnatone. I've always
just put it on 12 o'clock.
Just put it on 12.
Noah's tone secrets.
I'm simple. By default, man, that's all I can figure out.
That's what it was in the box, and you just it works.
Buy it and then just turn it on.
Okay.
And you'll be good. You'll be set.
Any parting thoughts on Robert Ward? Anything else?
I would just tell any guitar player, any music fan, to go out and buy all those Blacktop releases. Up until the very end, his last record was on Delmark.
New Roll Soul.
He's a label mate.
Yep.
New Roll Soul, and he ended strong. I mean, what a great writer, player, and singer.
Yeah, this only scratches the surface. He did all kinds of stuff. He did slow blues. He did various songs that were really pretty.
He's on Wilson Pickett's "I Found Love." That's kind of one of his big calling card moments.
I had no idea.
You know,
because I'm not a soul man, so seriously. Wow, man. Let's go out with a tiny bit of that, man.
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, me too. We can cut it out if we have to.
Yeah, I don't really remember it. It's something like that. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't remember it.
All right, you know what? Don't worry, we won't do that. But and while you're at it, guys, check out some of Noah's records over the years. How many have you put out again?
7, 8. I've lost count, but a lot of independent releases, and we're working on a few at the same time right now. So hopefully, a lot of new stuff in the new year.
Right, and he keeps a very busy performance schedule, especially in Ohio, but all over.
Yeah.
And it's great playing with you, man.
It's an honor.
All right, guys, check out my Patreon channel and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And thanks for watching. See you next time.